this is Autohaus Hamilton TV, and I'm James. This video will not leave you flat, but you will find it tiring. It's widely known that the pneumatic tyre was first invented by John Dunlop. It's less widely known that it was even more first invented by another Scot, Robert William Thomson, who also invented the fountain pen, among other things. The invention of the pneumatic tyre greatly improved ride comfort in vehicles so attired, and there'll be a little bit more on that usage later on. As a side note on John Dunlop, during his early life he learnt that he'd been a premature birth, and as a result he managed to persuade himself that he had a fragile and delicate health. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth, and he lived a life of robust good health until at the age of 81 he contracted a chill and died. I don't know if he had that best ever hypochondriac's parting shot of "I told you so" engraved on his tombstone. A vehicle tyre's main job is to provide traction, allowing us to brake, steer and accelerate. An absence of traction is what you've experienced if you've ever driven on a wet skid pan. Other things being equal, which of course they never are, more rubber in contact with a road surface provides more traction, or grip. The main job of tyre tread for a road tyre is not to provide more grip directly, but to allow the tyre to remain in contact with the road surface when driving over standing water. Treaded tyres are able to move or displace enormous amounts of water to allow the tyre to remain in contact with the road surface. If the tyres are not able to clear standing water from between the road surface and the tyre, the result is aquaplaning or hydroplaning, where the tyre skims over the surface of the water. If you're aquaplaning, it's impossible to brake or steer or change speed. On a dry road, tyre tread actually reduces grip by reducing the amount of rubber in contact with the road surface. That's why on a dry racetrack, race cars run slick tyres. The absence of a tyre tread means there's more rubber in contact with the track surface. You'll recall that I said that other things aren't equal, and one of the ways in which other things aren't equal is that racing slicks also use a softer, grippier rubber compound than road tyres, and that compound gets sticky when it gets hot, which adds to the available grip. The reason most countries don't allow the use of slick tyres on the road is that we don't have a pit crew standing by to change over to wet weather tyres in the event of rain. Wider tyres also increase grip, which is good, but they're also heavier, leading to an increase in unsprung mass, which is bad, and increased road noise, which is also bad. The right size of tyre for any particular car then is something of a balancing act, trading off more grip versus more or less noise, more or less unsprung weight, and so on. The secondary job that a tyre tread has is to look cool. A fishing lure, before it can catch a fish, must first catch a fisherman, and it's similar for tyre tread patterns. You'd expect that the job of clearing water would lead to ever more similar tyre patterns, but that isn't really the case, because tyre manufacturers work at designing cool-looking tyres. Gentlemen of a certain age, by which I mean more or less my age, may recall years of Pirelli's calendars which contrived to use Pirelli tread patterns in, let's say, an artistic fashion. Viewers of a sensitive nature are advised to look away at this point. It's okay, you can look again. Finally, a word on spelling. The etymology of tyre is a derivation of attired, in the sense that the wheel is dressed or attired with a tyre. The very bad news in all of this is that the American spelling of tyre with an I instead of a Y, much as I hate to admit it, makes perfect sense. For people, and I'm one of them, who care about these things, there's also some very bad news surrounding the spelling of the word aluminum. Thank you very much for watching. It's widely known that the pneumatic tyre was first invented by John It's widely known that the pneumatic tyre was first invented by John... Oh man!